Are you a sugar burner or a fat burner? Does it matter? Do you know? Do you know if you're a sugar burner versus a fat burner? So I covered sugar yesterday. Today we're going to talk all about fat. Fat. Hey, Dr. CJ Benkert here. We are continuing our discussion this week on sugar burner versus fat burner. So out of my 12 core concepts to living a pure, healthy, amazing, phenomenal, joyous, disease-free life, one of my main core concepts is sugar burning versus fat burning. So I started this discussion 2 days ago, introducing to you the term insulin resistance and why that matters and why most Americans are sick, why we get sick. Over 80 to 90% of Americans are insulin resistant. Yesterday, I continued the discussion talking about sugar burning. So my question to you tonight is, are you a sugar burner or a fat burner? Does it matter? Do you know? Do you know if you're a sugar burner versus a fat burner? So I covered sugar yesterday. Today we're going to talk all about fat. Fat for fuel. And see that beautiful little piece of avocado there? So I have a saying and it goes like this. The quality of your life, the length of your life, the energy that you have in your body is directly related, directly proportional to the amount of time in your life that you spend in fat burning. So you have sugar over here and fat over here. Those are the two things that your body can use for fuel. Sugar releases insulin. Insulin is one of the top fat storage hormones in the body. It creates inflammation, aging, and is the cornerstone. And now we know, based on Dr. Benjamin Bikman's work, the cause of most chronic degenerative illnesses that plague our society today starts with insulin resistance. So if you're getting your blood work done and you're not a client of mine, you make sure that you ask for them to run your insulin, not just blood sugar or hemoglobin 1AC, but insulin, because insulin is going to show up high years before you would ever be diagnosed with a diabetic diagnosis, which now they're looking at glucose levels, hemoglobin 1AC. The truth is that glucose and hemoglobin 1AC is a byproduct of your cells, these beautiful, amazing cells in your body of being insulin resistant. So I don't know about you, but I'm a fat burner. Now, do I do sugar burning sometimes? Yes, but I'm a fat burner. So when you eat sugar and carbs and pasta and rice and potatoes and tropical fruit and yams, your body breaks those foods down into sugars, and in order to get those sugars into your cell, the body releases insulin. But when you eat fat for fuel instead of sugar, all of the opposite things happen. So anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, anti-disease, and glucose stays steady, your brain stays steady, you have constant sustained energy throughout the day. So instead of insulin being released, now we're looking at another major hormone in the body called glucagon. And glucagon is a fat burning hormone, and it keeps your blood sugar level. It feeds your brain. So when you use fat for fuel instead of sugar, your mitochondria now, you're training them over time to go back to its roots, our DNA, our ancestral roots that we were born with, which is ketosis. So fat breaks down into ketone bodies and provides this most amazing fuel for your body that's anti-aging, anti-disease, anti-inflammatory. Your brain, remember we've talked about type 3 diabetes and Alzheimer's and all of the dangers of insulin resistance? Well, your brain not only can use glucose for fuel, your brain can actually use ketones for fuel as well. So when you become a fat burner, and it's quite a long process. It takes us typically somewhere between 6 months, 12 months, 18 months over time to really train somebody and really teach somebody to be that in touch with their body that they're able to be consistently in fat burning. You basically have to become so metabolically flexible and so metabolically healthy that your mitochondria can easily switch back and forth between sugar and ketones or fat. But because you've been in sugar burning so long, because you have so many toxins in your cell, because we have so many processed packaged foods that we eat, it takes quite a bit of time to finally train those little energy factories in our cell, those mitochondria, how to be really good, just as good if not better, as burning ketones for fuel versus sugar for fuel. So Dr. Mercola, one of my mentors, Fat for Fuel, this is an amazing book that goes into detail, and it talks about the mitochondria and the ketones and how to measure your ketones. So that is continuing our discussion of sugar burning versus fat burning. One of the most important principles of health is to be able to easily fluctuate and easily move back and forth between the two energy systems of the body, from sugar burning into fat burning. But I will tell you again that it takes 6 months, 12, 18 months for most people to be in ketosis and to really train their body to be young and healthy enough. So then later, once you're in your 20s or 30s metabolically, then I teach you and I want you to eat higher carb. I want you to have at least one day a week where you're eating high, healthy carbs, because carbs release insulin, which is an important hormone for hormone building. But we want to do away with the insulin for a while, heal those cells, give the body the space and the time and the just the opportunity to heal those receptors, get those toxins out of our body, and just get really, really good at burning fat for fuel. Because when you're like me and you can burn fat for fuel, you can go all day without food and you're not starving yourself. Your body just goes in and burns a little bit of fat. So I have lots of fat in my body. Even though I'm 20% body fat, I'm 150 pounds. That's 30 pounds of body fat. So I can effortlessly, anytime I need a little extra fuel, anytime I need to keep my glucose even and steady, anytime I need to keep my brain power high when I'm working and coaching with clients and working on my book, my body will just go in and it'll burn up a 1/4 pound of fat, give me an extra 500, 750 calories of fuel, and I don't have to go eat. And when you're in fat burning, you turn on that amazing process called autophagy, as you know, one of my most favorite sayings in the world, self-eating, healing, cleansing. We eat too often. Stop eating so often. Start skipping breakfast. If you've never heard me before, if you've never been on this path with us, the first step is just start skipping breakfast. And I'm going to continue on a daily basis bringing you my 12 core concepts to living your purest, healthiest, most amazing disease-free life. Tomorrow, let's see, what am I going to be talking about tomorrow? I'm not sure exactly. I think I'm going to be teaching you tomorrow about how to measure your glucose and ketones using a meter. So that's what I'll cover tomorrow. So thank you so much for listening. If you're on my podcast, thank you for listening. If you're on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching. Make sure you like our YouTube channel, share this video if you have somebody that you know and love and care about that would benefit from this information. If you're on my Facebook Live right now, thank you. We've got Heather on the live call right now. Carmen's watching. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness, helping you, loving you, encouraging you, motivating you, teaching you, leading by example how to live your purest life in body, mind, heart, and spirit.